What's up, everybody?
What's going on? How are you doing?
Awesome, man. Episode 24.
24, baby.
Exciting. We're approaching I think we're almost approaching the halfway mark. Yeah, a couple more weeks. Halfway mark of us starting this amazing show for everybody. Appreciate Marvel Madness taking over last week, and I'm happy to be back. So,
hey, it's good. It's good to have you back, buddy. I know
Yeah,
you're going through some stuff, and
yeah,
life gets in the way sometimes. We just have to roll with it.
yeah.
I'll be still there when you get back, so it's all good, man.
Awesome. So, as always, guys, we got an awesome show for you. Awesome guests. We're about to bring on Bad Wizard, but before that, let's get the party started. All right, man.
All right, and we're back, and
We're
let's
back.
bring in our special guest here. He's known in the Facebook group and MCCW and other Marvel Cards groups as Chris Cowett. His name is Bad Wizard. What is going on, Bad Wizard?
Hey, man. Excited to see you guys tonight.
What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. How's your week been?
Good enough, man. Upright, hanging in there.
Thank God it's Friday, right?
Right, exactly.
I'm loving the big huge beard too.
Thank you.
I'm kind of jelly when it comes to beards. You know, I like long beards.
Yeah, man. How long did it take you
Makes me keep
to?
it shaved a bit. So
How long did it take you to get that grown?
I think the last time I had it trimmed, last time I had it as probably long as Josh's was 18 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then just recently I chopped like 3 inches off because it was getting to the point where like I'd
Getting in your
roll over and
cereal.
sleep and I'd catch it in my armpit and like tug my head. You know how my wife feels now, right? Like, oh my God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nice, man. Well, guys, we have some awesome topics to talk about tonight. As always, we're going to go through some pickups here. Josh has got a lot of pickups this week. I have a few as well.
Got a lot, guys.
Yeah. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and see what you got.
All right, sounds good, man. So just to let everybody know, I have been picking up quite a bit of different stuff. I mean, I'm still picking up my regular Marvel stuff, but been picking up some cool stuff that I'm gonna show you. So this right here, I wanted to show you here. It is a Pikachu sticker on the back, I guess. All right. So this is a Pokemon metal card. Okay. So I'm going to turn around. Look at that.
You got me in the first half.
That's sick.
So this is a metal card, dude. Like, it is sick. I mean, this guy does custom stuff. And
Is that card ass guy?
Oh, yes, it is, I think. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have some really cool stuff of his.
Okay. So I was pretty stoked when I got this. This is a VMAX Wolverine, Pikachu cosplay Wolverine, and it's on a metal card. And it is cool. It is cool. I just had to get that pickup. So
Very
what do you
nice.
think of that, Sin?
That's awesome, man. I've never seen it. That obviously is a custom card, right?
Yeah, I mean, he just prints them, but I don't think they're numbered or anything, but he prints them. So yeah. That's
Right, but
cool.
it wasn't like a private commission. It was something he's done
I think it's just that this was something I just found. So
yeah, Stevie B wants his link. If we could put the link in the chat, that'd be
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. I'll try to do that in the chat. I'll look that sale up. Let me just real quick here make sure. I think that was the right guy. What you just said there, Chris. But just to confirm.
There's a guy
What is
named
going
Cardes that
on?
does a lot of bootleg.
Oh, I saw that guy and he had some stuff too, but this guy is Poke Gold Store on eBay. That's what his store's name's called.
Okay.
Is Poke Gold Store. So
Were there other Marvel characters available, like some strange ones?
yeah, I think there was. I mean, I just looked up Wolverine, but he can do anything,
Alright.
and I think he has done Venom and Spider-Man and
I wonder what Pokemon he would turn into Doctor Strange.
but I mean, this is definitely a Pikachu Wolverine. Like you can see.
Yeah, for sure.
Sick. So, all right. So everybody probably can see this already. This is a Flair Ultra Wolverine. This is my second sketch card that I was able to acquire.
Woo!
Definitely gonna have some of my favorite artists put their hands on this. Definitely one of those is Ash Gonzalez, and possibly the other one's Dre. I like Dre's work too. So
Very nice.
On a
We'll see what
scale,
happens.
is it a
I'm going
hard?
to-
How hard is it to get a blank from that?
I this is the second time I saw them for sale. The first
eBay?
time actually, they were over $100, and so I'm just like, I don't know if I want to pay that, but I was still able to snag one, and then this one came under that and substantially under that, and so I was like,
nice.
purchase, buy it now, bin, and I purchased it. So
I like that one because there's a lot of space on it and not a lot of stuff
Yeah.
around the edges.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
You got the
and I
claws
can't
on the
wait for
bottom.
that set. This is one of my favorite sets that's going to be coming out.
And,
Like,
and I
I'm
bet
gonna-
you'll see some clever artists use that claw mark in the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go all ham on that set when it does come out. So
Very nice.
pretty cool. All right. Next card
What's up in the
is
global?
this is kind of
What's
weird.
up? What's up, Interglobal?
What is going on? Kellen's on here too. What's up, Kellen? All right, here.
Little full house action.
Just to let you know, Bad Wizard, Kellen is my nephew, and he goes by Sean Schubert on here. So
Okay.
Mr. Jayhawk fan 23 is asking what set is the Wolverine blank?
Oh, that's the Flair Ultra Wolverine that's going to be coming out. Yeah. It's a set that has not been out for pre-order yet. We've just seen different blanks of sketches and stuff. So, all right. This is, there are so excited Bad Wizards on here. I am too, guys.
Big shout out, Craig. Craig is the man. I got to meet him out in LA this summer.
Oh, cool.
Huge fan.
Yeah. So that's my second Mario card pickup there.
Very cool.
All right.
All these little goodies.
All the goodies, baby. All the goodies for people to see.
Josh,
Ooh,
have you
this
seen
is a
Mario
Marvel.
movie yet?
This is a Marvel. Don't leave yet. I'm gonna show Marvel and Mario Brothers. All right, this is from 2011, Rittenhouse, 2011 Marvel Universe, and it is an insert of the set, but I had never seen it before.
I haven't either.
And it had awesome art on it. I mean, that Wolverine is in this brown suit getting Sabretooth. Oh man, it just looked so sweet.
Yeah,
That's my favorite version of Sabretooth too, with like the lion's mane.
Oh yeah, where he has the mane. That's the
big hair up
best.
top.
What's up, Brittany?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what's
and
up,
then it
Nippa?
says original artwork by Philippe
Derp, what's good, man?
Estefera. So cool. Original artwork.
Is it like, does it have a matte finish to it, or is there anything particular about the quality of the card, or is it just?
It's very, very thick it's nice quality card. Just not taking it out of its sleeve right now. Just seeing it. It's got a gloss to it on the outside. So
Nice.
it's nice. Very nice. So
Very
I was
cool.
happy to pick that up, and it was just like a couple dollars. Like I was like, what? Oh, this was a nice one too.
Ooh.
Dangerous Divas. This would be
There's a few of
Captain
those I would like.
Captain Marvel and Wolverine.
I
Now
love
that's
those
not
cards.
in canon anywhere, is it?
It's what?
That's not in any story anywhere, is it? This is just like fantastical imaginings, right?
Actually, no. He actually was with Captain Marvel in the comics. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they're
learn shit every day.
I did a big shout out to Marvel Jerks podcast. If you haven't, go check that out with Retroverse and Gingy Man. I actually came up with a lot of different knowledge doing a bit of research on how many women Wolverine was with. And there's a lot. So, but this is definitely these Embrace cards from the Dangerous Diva sets. They are sick. Pretty awesome. Rainbow foil, you can't beat this rainbow foil.
Yeah, that's nice.
That they did as well. So
Yeah,
pretty awesome. So cool pickup there too. And then okay, another this is a Donkey Kong card. It's from 1982. Nintendo. It's basically one of the promo cards of it was a set that came out in 82. Just a small set, I guess. And yeah, I'm still learning about it, but for it being a 1982 card, it's pretty crazy, pretty awesome. It's got a pretty good sized ding corner right here, but
Throw it in the trash.
not gonna throw it in the
it's
trash.
okay.
More nostalgia for me. Nostalgic. That's another one. Same series, same Donkey Kong. This card's in a lot better shape. I made a monkey out of Donkey Kong. That's pretty funny.
Have you seen the movie yet?
Yes. So I loved the movie. And here's the deal is someone asked me the other day, this was the perfect question someone asked me. How do you compare or can you compare Wreck-It Ralph to Super Mario Brothers? It was an interesting question because, Wreck-It Ralph was really the very first video game type of big, huge, show. And it was put out by what? Pixar is what it was put out by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pixar.
And I'm pretty sure, just to think about it, I'm pretty sure they wanted to probably use a bunch of Nintendo characters like Super Mario and all that stuff, but I don't think they got the rights because they didn't have that rights to do that. And so they made their Pixar Wreck-It Ralph movie based upon, the video games of olden days, based upon the Donkey Kong and all that stuff. But they just named it something else, right? But when this Mario movie came out, you can't beat that. I mean, that's just huge, right? So
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. So pretty cool.
I would say it was flawless. Not necessarily that it's perfect, but there is nothing wrong with that movie at all. It's family friendly.
Peaches. I mean, everybody can see Jack Black's Instagram, and if they follow Jack Black and all that stuff, and they've seen the song from the movie Peaches,
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, they made a killing off that movie.
All right, this is actually a special card because it's not my card. I was able to pick this up. This is from Marvel Annual. I picked it up for a buddy of mine, and everybody knows him by Retroverse. So, Retro, this is your card, and it's going to be coming to you with the giveaway that you won on the channel a little bit ago, and some other cards. So, pretty awesome.
Very cool. Very awesome.
I do want the Wolverine number to 99, but
I think that foiling changes those suspended animations in an entirely
the little
way.
foil, the foiling I do
Whole
like
new
that
card.
a lot.
Infinitely better than the old school suspended.
That is true.
Just with that little flair.
I'm glad you brought that up because it does look pretty sick, pretty awesome. So I'm sad to see this go, but it will be in good hands. So, all right, what else we got here? Blank envelope. Oh, let's save that. Hold on. All right, so I guess this guy wanted to give me some more Garbage Pail Kids. Garbage Pail. These are, I love Garbage Pail Kids. Don't get me wrong. I'll actually probably do some box breaks with Garbage Pail Kids, but I know what this is now. Did you see a little glimpse of it? Okay.
Missed it.
So this is a gold version, right? You ready?
Nice.
I want to hear you pronounce that word.
What word?
What do you call that?
What do I? Oh yeah, they're called something really weird. It's like lenucular or something. What is it? Oh, a linearity. Gold linearity card. Is that correct?
Linearity is what you're calling it.
Linearity, is that good?
I'm not sure.
I would have called it gold shimmer.
Gold shimmer.
They should have just kept it at gold shimmer. They wanted to be different because gold shimmer is what they say on sports cards.
It's a really pretty effect.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of the best inserts in this set. And I think the holograms are really cool too. And shout out to a buddy of ours, Derper Doo, has a friend named Jorge, and I'm just getting to know him. And we did a really good trade, and I was able to acquire a hologram, and I'll show that on my next pickup video. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for this whole rainbow of her minus the 101. I don't think I'm going to go after that.
What do the 101s look like? I haven't even seen one yet.
Aren't they purple? They're purple as well. They're purple.
I've seen the one with 10 clear ones.
Yeah, they're purplish. I don't know the fascination Upper Deck has to make 1 of 1 purples. To me, it doesn't make sense, but it is
there
what
any
it is. I
sports
guess.
basis for that?
I didn't think so, but maybe there is. I don't know.
There's also like the historical aspect of purple being the color of royalty.
Yeah, that's possibly true. All right, I got a couple number 1 spots. I don't think that's the card I purchased though.
Uh-oh.
This must be it. Oh
Yeah,
no!
looks like it.
Oh no, I got it. This is actually not a card I purchased. This is the hologram. I didn't think it would come this quick. Look at that. Oh wow.
Josh is excited like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah, that's not
Dude,
bad.
That is so sick.
It'd be so much better if they decided to just do away with the border on the holograms.
Yeah.
Make the whole card a hologram and really
I think so too.
bump that
I mean,
effect.
I do like that they went past below the
that gives it some depth too. But
I like how it went below the actual name, the character. So that's cool. But man, just the greens and the reds. I mean, anything about a hologram when you're looking at a hologram, it's just cool.
What's the serial on that?
22 of 22. It's the Omega.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I really dig remarkable numbers.
Oh yeah. So shout out to Jorge. I appreciate you, buddy. Definitely a great friend. Thanks for Matthew Otten, Derper Doo, to introduce me to him. And just to give him a big shout out and big, huge props. I was the very first physical card trade he had ever done.
Aw.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
So appreciate it, buddy. So if you're watching, so cool.
I'd give my shout out to Andy Goldisich for my first physical card trade in the community.
Nice. Okay, this is the last
man.
Mario pickup I got. I've already showed Sin and Chris.
Hideous.
But check this out, guys. This is made from Panini. I believe the year is 2021, 2022. Big shout out to Pancake Analytics. he always has the Super Mario for his kids, and his boy loves the Mario franchise, loves the Mario cards, all the Disney stuff. But he probably is the one that kept me going with the Mario stuff. It's pretty awesome. So, but it
Very
just
cool,
gives a
man.
really good depth in the background. Just imagine a Wolverine or a Venom or a Spider-Man coming out of this type of cracked ice. It's like a virtual reality cracked ice. Yeah, almost. Like it's just amazing. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
So
Yeah, the
pretty cool.
original Mario cards were stickers, like the first ones that ever came out.
Oh yeah. That's true. That's true.
Can't
All right,
remember the year.
the last pickup I got, guys. Last pickup I got is from Grails Grails. So shout out to Grails Grails. Those who aren't following them, they are a big comic IG seller, as well as they post really cool books. He's got really good PC. This was actually out of his personal PC. This book was. So I'm going to show you guys probably on this camera here. Let me switch the camera. It's a little better to show the big picture of it. This is it, guys. Uncanny X-Men number 211. Pretty awesome. 9/8 white pages. Pretty awesome.
That's awesome, dude. Congrats on that win.
So happy. So that's a 1986 comic, guys.
Whew. An old one.
That is crazy. I think this is the oldest comic I have, man.
Yeah, you make me feel old. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Nice,
But
man.
that's all I got, man.
Cool. I picked up a few comics that I'll go ahead and show.
Okay. Make you big.
Make me fat.
And then we let Chris know about some pickups, so he might show some stuff too, right, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. I love pickups, watching people's pickups, man. So small one, real quick. This is Star Wars Forces of Destiny. This is a convention exclusive. I really love Ahsoka.
Ahsoka's so hot right now.
Yeah.
Oh, she's awesome. If you guys haven't seen the Clone Wars animated series, watch it. But I can't wait till her show comes out in August. The trailer popped a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I looked good.
It's going to be amazing. And then obviously I love Thrawn as a character, so I was able to pick up a 9/8 Thrawn number 6. This is the one in 25, the more desirable one. He had 6 issues in his own run, and this is the one in 25 that everybody goes crazy about. It's just a lot going on. You have his destroyers up there. You have people just running for their lives. He is the type of villain that's a lot scarier than Darth Vader because he has no emotion when he makes his decisions. So not having emotions like Anakin did, he's ruthless. He will, at a drop of a dime, just take a whole planet out if he could, type of situation. But this is his first appearance. I was able to pick up a raw copy. I already have a 9/8 of this one, but this one is a dark horse. Just an awesome book, awesome read too. So they're going to do the movie. Dave Filoni is doing the movie of Heir to the Empire with Thrawn. So that's going to be real cool. And then a couple of
Captain Crockpot had a really, really important question.
What do you say?
Is Thrawn Spawn with a lisp?
Did I say Spawn?
No, I don't know. Those are awesome. Are you going to grade that other Star Wars that you?
I am. I'm going to send. These are near mint copies. I picked up this one too. This is the first appearance of Sabine Wren. She just came out in the trailer for Ahsoka. It's a big book and a 9/8, and it's a 9/8 candidate, and so is the Heir. So I'm going to send those in. This one's a 1940s. So,
wow.
Does anybody know what this book is? No.
I mean,
First appearance
1940.
of Uncle Scrooge.
No way.
Yeah.
Ah.
Four color 178. First appearance of Uncle Scrooge. Very, very awesome presenting book for a 1940s book. Normally, the 1940s books are tattered and all torn up. The pages are, but I was very fortunate to get that. And it's in a decent mid grade. And the last book is Famous Funnies. So I've been on a Famous Funnies kick. This is from 1941. First appearance of Fearless Flint. And this book right here is an 8.0 copy. So for you to find a 1941 book in an 8.0, very rare. But the colors are just sick on it. I just love it. It's awesome book. I'm definitely getting that graded. Sending that to our buddy Valor.
Valor Comic Services, if you don't know him and you want comics graded and all that stuff, he does a full service cleaning, pressing, and grading. If you're not a member, you don't have to be with him. Send all your comics to Valor Comics.
Yep. So those are
Good
my
dude.
pickups for the week.
Awesome. How about
And
you,
now-
Chris? You got any good goodies?
On to
Goodies?
Chris.
I've got a couple things, stuff you've already seen if you're paying attention to the Instagram, but some of the
right.
stuff from Marvel Annual. My lighting here sucks, but
Oh, you're good.
Okay. So I see it, Doctor Strange.
yeah,
Yeah.
Got it.
I really dig how they sparkled the stars in this. It's a nice.
Oh
little-
yeah, that insert is. I feel it's a little underrated for sure. Like they haven't really shown how cool they are.
yeah. And then we got the Humble Beginnings,
Nice.
Very nice.
and then I really enjoyed this one, the number one spot for the Death of Doctor Strange. It's the same art they use on the backscatter. You know those
Yeah,
really
okay.
interesting ones.
Nice, man.
I'll be getting that shortly in a trade from Brittany. Thank you. Shout out.
Shout out.
Nice.
What else? That's all I've picked up recently.
Do you want to show maybe some of your past? Some maybe not know that you were able to get some special Bianchi signings. Not the one that you should, not the one that you can't show. I mean,
Right,
some
right,
ones
right.
that have been on your feed and all that stuff.
Yeah. So here's a cool one. This one's the prelim for Doctor Strange versus Hulk.
Try to show it. Try to bring it back. Bring it back. That's a little better. Right there. That's
Right
better.
there. Yep.
All right. He signed it in silver and gold. I don't know if he
Oh,
just
that
didn't
is
like
cool.
how it came through once, so he double signed it, which neat all on its own.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's see here.
I like that a lot.
Brittany says I didn't get a chance to send either of your guys' cards out today. So sorry.
You're- No,
But
she-
Monday for sure. No worries, Brittany.
we have a trade going on too. It's like, oh,
Uh,
I'm
This
bad
one's
about
just-
shipping for sure.
so cool. I got this from Vintage Lord Canada. As I get that closer, maybe you'll see that it's Silver Surfer. But
Is that the surfer? Oh yeah,
It
you
is.
can't
You
give
touched
that
it.
justice. Yeah, not at all.
I just can't do it justice. The colors on
can't.
it are just stunning.
You can't. Let me see if I can't. I have another way of doing it here, real quick.
Maybe if I no, that ain't gonna work, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
maybe it will.
there you go. There you go.
Ooh, you can see that one.
Higher. There we go.
There you go. Right there. That's great. Check
Yeah.
that out.
That
That's
cosmic
silver.
background.
Wow.
Jeez.
So, a cool story behind this. This was actually donated to my secret Santa from Ash Gonzalez himself, right?
yeah.
And Vintage Lord Canada, Daniel, there in Canada, he won it. I had to ship it all the way to Canada, and then it went all the way from Canada all the way to Maine to Chris.
Yeah. Very cool. Like I'm not really a surfer fan so much, but that piece is among the most stunning sketches I've ever seen. And I'm not like a big
it
sketch
is
guy. I have a couple, but
Yeah.
like there are some that just knock it right out of the park. And then some of them
Not
have
so
a lot
much.
of opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of topics, man, that we have this week.
Okay.
What you got?
Let's do it.
A very odd sale. Hopefully the
Nice.
chat can chime in. But everybody's going nuts over the Mario movie, and what better than to see what the Nintendo Power #1 just sold for on Heritage. So Nintendo Power, if those watching don't know, if you guys were born in the 2000s and now, you wouldn't have really known about Nintendo Power like us. But Nintendo Power came in the mail every month, and us video gamers would die to get and just wait. I would sit by the mailbox just knowing that it was coming that day.
It was an experience, man.
It was.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job. It is a magazine. It's not a comic or anything like that. It was a magazine, and it would give you like tips and tricks on how to play the game or beat the game and codes. And I mean, it was the best, right? It was bringing back a lot of memories when I saw this. But $108,000.
Nintendo Power is to gamers what Wizard is to comics.
Correct. That's what I was gonna say too. It was a magazine that, like, if you were
you manhandled that thing too.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. So $108,000, new high score. It's a 9.8 white pages. Very, very tough because it's the only 9.8 graded. Chris, what do you think about that sale?
I think that's sus. Very, very sus. It gives me green PMG vibes all over again.
Yeah. I kind of see it. I kind of see that. I think on the flip side, the only thing that I will say, we were talking about it backstage, is that it is very, very difficult. I can see where you're not going to see very many 9.8s come out.
Well, you can't deny it's the only 9.8. Right?
Correct.
So when it comes to rarity and comics, just in general comics, if you were to just relate this as a comic, right?
Yeah.
In rarity and comics, I mean, we've seen books sell for like astronomical amounts of money, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And so seeing this for $100K, I mean, it really doesn't shock me if it's the very first 9.8 out there.
And it could very well be the last as well, too.
Could be,
because I mean, it's a great point.
Yeah.
These used to be stuffed in your mailbox, folded, bended, all kinds of, once it got to me, I'd have mine sometimes with ripped pages, and because the mailman doesn't care.
On it from the mailing.
He's just stuffing it. You know what I mean?
It's almost like 30 years in the future, you're going to be grading a PSA magazine or something for some reason or another,
Yeah. What also sold this past week was Super Mario World. I don't know how many hours I put into this game, but I could when I got this game for Christmas, man, it was over for me as far as any spare time I had. I was playing Super Mario World. Got a chance to ride Yoshi. First time that Yoshi was in video games. So it was huge, right? It's a lizard that you're riding on the back of a lizard that eats turtle shells. But I do want to bring everybody's attention to the fact that I didn't know this until I saw this image, but CGC is now grading, it looks like, video games. There were other companies out there grading video games. The video game market has exploded in the past recent months. A lot of money has been poured into that type of collectible. And I'm kind of curious to also get your opinion, Chris, on where you might think, the video game market might be headed. I mean, with all this money, it seems like a lot of that money that was poured into PMGs is now transferring over to the video game side.
I think what makes all this stuff so valuable is how closely related it is to our experiences with childhood. That's all it is. I'm spending as much money as I can to reclaim the childhood. Man, it was so good. Dude, the games we had, the cartoons we had, the fun, the pleasure, the lack of worry and concern. Like, I could not grow up in this time and have such a joyous time as I did back with Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys. And then going to your buddy's place and playing Super Mario World or playing Mario 64, like eating some pizzas.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days, man. And I think that you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. A lot of collectors that are in the space now were just a bunch of kids back in the day that couldn't afford that stuff, right? Now that they're grown up and they have well-paying jobs and they have like extra cash on hand, why not? Why not enjoy the nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty crazy. The Super Mario World sold for $40,000, and it was a 9.4. So I don't know. I think if I had $108,000, I probably have a bank that has $5 million, and I don't care about spending $108,000. But I think I could do a lot with $148,000. I don't know about you guys. If I had,
I bet you'll see a 9.8 $250,000 first run of Final Fantasy VII from PlayStation someday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been monitoring the heritage auctions for the video games now for the last few weeks, and there isn't a single one that doesn't sell over 1,000. And I'm talking like it doesn't have to be. It's not even a Mario game. We're talking about, Donkey Kong. There's a Diablo. When the first Diablo came out for PC, that one just sold for like 3,600. So I mean, all these games are selling for well over $1,000. And little did we know back in the day, we should have kept all this stuff.
I remember I was in college and I traded my first edition of Final Fantasy VII for a greatest hits edition, and I think $250.
Oh man, yeah, Stevie.
And that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, Stevie B said he sold his 64 complete package for 250 Australian. It was mint condition, and all he wanted was 64.
Was the box? He just wanted the box.
Wow.
That is crazy.
No worries, Brittany. I appreciate you stopping by as always.
Yep. Thanks, Britt. Have a good one.
Next thing on the slate. Let's see here.
Yeah, I actually still have all my regular Nintendo and Super Nintendo cartridges, actually. I probably have about 40 of the Nintendos, and I have probably about 25 of the Super Nintendos still. They're not sealed, obviously. I played them all. It's just and one of them is a regular Nintendo Final Fantasy. Like,
wow.
The awesome. OG numero uno.
Yeah.
Nice. That is the OG.
Nice, but rough.
Raw.
Yeah, I mean, basically what I'm starting to realize is that a lot of these garage sales are where you could find a lot of video games that people just had stuffed in a box. Kids went off to college, never came back for them. Parents wanted out of the house type of situation, right?
Yep.
So maybe I'll start hitting up some garage sales. Who knows?
Gary V highly recommends.
Right? Mr. V.
It works. There's gems, and all you got to do is spend some time and know what's out there.
Learn how to spend some time. Yeah, you just got to spend some time.
Comping is such a good skill.
So I'm pretty sure that everybody knows about this. Let's see if we can add it here.
Estate sales, yeah, that's a good idea.
Estate sales, yeah, that is a good idea.
So, John, if there's people with too much money to spend it on wild, silly stuff like boxes and cases of Marvel cards, and then just let it sit. And Aunt Viv doesn't know anything about those Marvel cards and sells them for a penny.
Aunt Viv.
Bless her.
That's classic. So this guy's been on the news all over the place.
I really enjoyed that.
What's that?
I really enjoyed his role in Quantumania.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's nobody doubting his ability to act, right? He might have made some bad decisions recently that could cost Marvel a crap ton of money, right?
Oh, that's who you were talking about. Gotcha.
Yep. So this guy has been caught up in the news for an altercation with his girlfriend, right, in New York. And now Marvel, Disney has to obviously protect their investment. As we know, Jonathan Majors, Kang, will be in multiple movies and shows coming up in the near future. So now Marvel has to decide. There's been a lot of news that the guy from Snowfall, Damson Idris, I think his name is, could possibly be taking over the role of Kang.
Idris Elba?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a nice
Idris Damson or something like that, or Damson Idris, the lead actor in Snowfall. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But anyways, there have also been talks that possibly Marvel could just be heading a new direction and bring out Doom a lot faster.
Well, they did. Right? They did come out with a new Mr. Fantastic. Adam Driver as the new Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four as well.
So that's been confirmed that Adam Driver will be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, there was some like not leaked, but there was some major news that happened, and I believe that he has been casted for that role. They're waiting on all the other ones. But there's been a few channels on YouTube. We know our boy I Am Fires on his channel, as well as another channel that I watch, and I believe he has been casted. And he will be the new Mr. Fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I saw today that they also are talking with Mila Kunis, the wife of
Invisible Woman,
for Sue Storm. Yep.
Yeah.
What's the guys? They were on the '70s show, Kutcher or whatever his name is. Mila Kunis, yeah, is his wife, but she's married to that guy. I can't remember his name. Anyways, it came out today that they're also talking with her. She's a possibility of Sue Storm.
I think a really good replacement for Kang would be Terrence Howard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is how I feel about it. And this is
what he's replaced by Don Cheadle.
Yeah, this is what they're probably thinking. Disney doesn't play around with this type of news, right? When they get a whiff that somebody's caught up in the drama that he's been caught up in the past couple of weeks with his girlfriend and the accusations that have come up, listen, I'm all about justice and going by the law. So, proven, you're guilty until proven innocent type of situation, or you're innocent until proven guilty. Right?
You're guilty until proven innocent. I love it.
A little bit backwards there. So.
Public opinion anyway.
But I mean, at the end of the day, Disney ain't gonna mess around with this type of news, and they want to probably save face. And who knows, they might just axe this guy and move on and bring out Doom a lot faster.
I mean, the multiverse opens that door infinitely for them.
Yeah, I think that's.
Falls in, switches out. We get another Kang from one of their multiverse.
Yep. And I think that's a possibility of why they brought the multiverse into this, because of situations like this. And you can't really control people, and they're working with a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they have a big plan and scheme for the next 10 years, right? So they have to protect themselves. And maybe the multiverse, like you just said, is a way for them to axe somebody if they had to ever do that, right?
I mean, you look at DC and some of their moves too, and that the DC whole
movies.
DC's movies, just as far as some of the drama that's happened with them. I'm not saying it's good or they're
I'm
good.
just messing with you.
Well, what are you trying to say? Green Lantern wasn't good?
No, I'm talking about the new, like, the Aquaman and all that
Justice League.
stuff
Woo.
with the
Yeah.
Amber Turd thing and Johnny Depp. Like, you just can't sometimes mess with certain things. And
Well, listen, Disney crapped the bed with Johnny Depp. Let's be honest. They have lost billions. Yeah. Sick card. They've lost billions with the decision they made of canceling Johnny Depp without letting the guy go to court and figure that out. And here's a similar situation now with this guy, right? Are they going to crap the bed again and get rid of this guy and be out billions because of a mistake that, or, in judgment or whatever? Or what if he's proven guilty or innocent? I'm sorry.
yeah.
If he's proven innocent and they can him before they prove that, another fiasco, right? So I don't know. Hopefully it works out. I just want to see Doom, to be honest with you. Bring on Doom as fast as possible.
Who are you hoping to be Doom? Who is your hopeful?
I'm hoping Doom comes out, man. Fox has done him.
Who's your fantasy cast for Doom?
What's that?
Who's your fantasy cast for Doom?
I would love to see the original one come back. I liked him as a Doom. I like the way
the guy from Nip Tuck. Okay.
Yep, I like him. I just feel that the directing was horrible, but I think he's an amazing actor. I think he would play an awesome Doom. Right now, they could even bring him on as an older Doom. They've done that in comics. More grittier looking Doom, as opposed to like a young guy. I don't want to see a Doom that's in his 20s. Bring me on a more mature, like badass Doom that has been around the block. Like I just said, that gritty type of Doom, and I'll be happy. I don't like King. That's probably my beef. They're doing 3 whole years of King, and I don't know. To me, I don't like him as a comic character.
I had kind of got hyped up at the idea of having Henry Cavill as a King, as a Doom, and seeing him be a bad guy.
He played the bad guy in Mission Impossible, right? If you guys saw the most recent Mission Impossible,
that's something I need to invest some time into, is catching up on those.
They're entertaining. They're good movies. They're entertaining. But yeah, that was the news this week, guys. I wanted to get your opinions on that, as always.
I don't know if I've heard you guys talk about it. How do you feel about how they're going to introduce X-Men and mutants into the MCU?
So they've already done that with Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. At the end of that show, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Miss Marvel.
I haven't, but I'm ready to be spoiled. It's fine.
The guy that's with the guy that the co-star with her, finds out that she has a mutant gene inside her blood, because he's trying to figure out what's happening to her, why she's getting these powers, and the word mutant is used. So they talked about that.
But you've seen their plan, right? Like what they're going to do.
No, I haven't seen the plan. I know that in Eternals, the Celestial that was like defeated the Celestial in that movie. Yeah, the island that they're at is where they find Animanium in the comics.
Okay. Cool.
So Animanium, Wolverine, I'm sure they're gonna circle back to that point in the world to introduce that.
So there's a video where they talk about outlining, introducing them one by one, their own kind of little intro specials on Disney Plus.
Oh, like the special presentations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like episodic, not necessarily like a full length feature.
Yeah, I love what they did with Werewolf by Night. That was awesome. Swamp Thing and not Swamp Thing, Man Thing. Mm-hmm. Introducing him that way with the werewolf there. I've heard they're going to do something like that with Silver Surfer, possibly doing a special feature with Silver Surfer. like an origin story, which I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you could do that kind of stuff. That's just a one shot, 45 minutes to an hour, boom, and it's done. But if you film it the way they have been with these last few, I think they can knock that out of the park with introducing some mutants into the MCU, right?
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
can't
fun
wait.
because we get to basically look forward to a whole new high quality, high production value X-Men
Yeah.
outside of Sony's fucking clutches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
No, you're fine. I mean, I'm way excited about with that said there, Chris, that'll lead us into Deadpool 3.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I'm way excited about Deadpool 3 bringing in more of the X-Men stuff. So it'd be awesome.
William Johnson says he thinks that Ghost Rider gets introduced in Mephisto. Possibility.
Yeah.
Is Mephisto getting his own movie?
So Mephisto is, I believe, getting a special special presentation. Mephisto,
is that going to be tied in with Surfer?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, he's a big He was in
Yeah.
Silver Surfer #3.
Correct.
So it's a big deal, and as a Silver Surfer nemesis type of deal. I've heard lots of things about how they might introduce Silver Surfer and Galactus. Galactus is obviously going to be the next big bad after Kang. They're kind of like leading up to it, right? So they had Thanos, which was a baddie. Kang could crush Thanos in the comics, but then you can bring on Galactus after Kang and make it even that much bigger for the following, 5-6 years worth of content.
There's so very much cool stuff that they can do.
So much. We're getting, Guardians of the Galaxy. We're getting May 5th. Interesting to see how James Gunn ends this particular Guardians, because we're supposed to obviously see some exit, especially Dave Bautista. He's gone.
Yeah, he plans to be done.
Yep, and then a lot of talk and possibly Rocket also possibly being.
Yeah, I read or seen something about it possibly having a Rocket origin story involved, and it'd be nice to see some early Rocket stuff.
Yeah.
In chat, Mr. Collector says too many shows take away from the quality. I think that there is enough Marvel comic content out there that it deserves a visual representation now. So bring it on.
Yeah.
Not too many shows. They have mastered the ability to take cinema quality production and put it into television. Thank you, Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely
movie
agree.
Quality episodes of anything you want now with the Disney touch.
Yeah, I agree 110% on that. They have scaled back a lot the shows. They've come out and said that they're going to slow down. They slowed down Secret
keep them
Invasion.
special. You can do them infinitely, but slow them down. Give us time to
And I
saturate
think
the
they've
season.
caught on a little bit to that. It seems like they're wanting quantity or quality over quantity is really what they need to focus on.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it last year, Phase 4. When you put out so much at once, what happens? It just gets stale and people just get bored with it, right?
Mhm.
I think the excitement about having 1 or 2 big movies a year, because people are so anxious after not having it for a few months, stirs the pot more, as opposed to having a show every 2 or 3 months, right?
Sure.
Like they did last year. So interesting. We'll see what comes out of it. Secret Invasion is the next Disney Plus show that's coming out, I believe, in June. And then we obviously have the Guardians coming out here in a couple weeks. So.
Anybody looking at the data trends for Secret Wars #8?
As far as sales,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Did we miss it? Did we miss our chance to buy as many as we can and scoop them all up?
So that I go live with. He's on Instagram. His name is the Comic Con Collects. His favorite comic is Secret Wars. So he bought, I think he told me it was like 120 copies.
Almost enough.
And Yeah, and then we're talking when this thing was like 20, $30, right? He just every time he found one, he just kept picking it up, picking it up, picking it up. This is before MCU. This is before things got blown up. And then things started picking up and Secret Wars, and he got everything graded. And he just made a fortune, a small little fortune off of all those Secret Wars. I'm going to pull up because you brought up a good point, Chris, that I want to bring up with everybody watching. So Secret Wars is coming out. We already know that. But what I'm looking up is a data point for those out there. Listen, if you want to go get the comic because you love the comic and the cover, go get it. If you think that you're going to make millions of dollars because you just bought a 9.8 of this copy, I'd slow down. I would slow down on that decision.
I'm in the market.
Yeah, I would pump the brakes on that. I'll tell you right now how many Secret Wars 8s there are graded. We're talking about a book that came out in 1984. It's a bronze, the Bronze Era, so right after Silver Age.
But before you reveal it, I just want to illustrate a point.
Yeah.
Secret Wars #8 was a comic that I fantasized about from childhood all the way through to adulthood. In the first comic where I said, you know what? I can just fucking buy. I can just buy it because I want it. And I did. I got it in a 9.4, and I think I spent $120 on it. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. I've got it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I kept it on display. Like anyone that knew comics knew what it was and was excited to see it.
Yeah. No. It's
that's
the
cool.
First
that's what I like to hear.
First appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how many copies there are.
3 trillion.
9 of them.
4 tens. Ooh, more than I expected.
Yeah. 20.
I'll tell you
22,000.
I'll tell you somebody that has rarity on this. You know who has rarity on this version of this? Is you, Alex.
Who's that?
You have a rarity on this.
I do.
Cover, don't you? It's
I do. I have
as well.
Yep. It's the I'll pull it out.
Show me what you got.
Yep.
We'll show you. Because
make it big too. Show me this thing.
Good old Michael Steck. He's one of the guys for the art on this.
Yeah, go ahead real quick, Josh, and I'm gonna stop sharing real quick.
Okay.
There we go. Make me big real quick, brother.
Yeah, I'll make you big.
Collect what you love, then sell it.
Yes.
Collect what you love until someone else loves it more.
Yeah.
So that's an autograph by John Beatty, who is one of the writers and who did the cover.
You know, man, I gotta say that's hideous, and I will happily unburden you from it.
It's signed in silver. The grade on the autograph is a 10, and it's a Beckett 9. So there's a version of this that also is a Michael Zeck that Josh was kind enough to let me know about, that I'll be hunting, obviously, still.
Yeah.
They're tough to find. I mean, these right here are like the early autos.
Yeah.
Because it has the UDC on the back.
2011, 2012 Marvel Beginnings.
Yeah, it has the little UDC sticker on the back that certifies it from being the autograph. Because on the ones that you see nowadays, the pack pulled autos say congratulations, you've received an auto. It doesn't say any of that back on the back.
It's because when you pull this one, it comes with an actual card with it that has a certification on that, and it talks about the card. But
I saw somebody remarking about Todd signing his COA as well as a card that went.
Oh, that could have been too. Yeah. And instead of grading the COA, they just grade the card, and they use the COA as authentication. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Hey, just
so I mean, just go ahead. I'm sorry, Josh.
No, I was just gonna say while we're talking about cards, I had a buddy 87 that's on here in chat. He was kind enough to send me an eBay link that I didn't get to in time, and
Oh,
it is sold. But I just wanted to show you something. This is in the new blaster boxes.
the blue.
Okay, in the annual blaster boxes is this blue variant parallel, and I just have to say they look sick. There is the Wolverine, and the Spider-Woman even looks a little better. Like, that's just nasty to me. So
I'm not
Sorry.
sure which variant I want from this set for Doctor Strange for the base. I
you
went,
want them all.
no. I went straight to the hilt with Marvel Metal Spider-Man for the
Yeah.
COVID Strange rainbow.
Uh-huh.
And it was a beautiful and lovely experience, and I met awesome people and had a great time.
Yeah.
Also, the pocket. Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fun times. But
Yeah.
so now I'm just gonna pick the one that I like most among my rainbow options going forward, rather than try and collect the whole rainbow.
Well, like I showed you, this one out of 88, there's 88 of them, and they look really sick in person. I mean, I don't know if I can get a good factor on this, but I mean it is just amazing. Let's see. The shimmer that's on these are just so cool. Like they're sick.
No. It
So
really looks good. It's like
I'd pick
Christmas
this one
tinsel
up.
laid over like a flat board. Like it really has like a fluctuating depth to it almost.
Oh yeah. And I think picking this up, because there's 88 of them, it's still numbered. I think picking one of these up is the smartest thing. And with Strange, it would look sweet because Strange is always psychedelic and all that. So
Yeah,
it's pretty
I'm
cool.
not sure if I want the clear or
the clear's a little different.
or
too.
maybe
That's
the
out of
blue.
10. So
But just for some rainbowy goodness.
ooh,
Look at that.
let me make
Sick.
you bigger. Hold on.
Is that the
Check this
full printing plate?
The full printing plate booklet.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That's nasty.
I decided I wanted this set, and I pretty much made it known to everyone that I was going for this rainbow.
That's so cool.
And I did the chase for the booklet and e-packs, and had so much fun with it. And like I said, pocket pain, right? And then just randomly, this thing appears on eBay with an absurdly low bid, an insultingly low bid. I bought this thing for less than the cost of a box.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, like, I put all the money into building the sets and building the achievements and doing all that for the hope of, not only like pulling it myself, but if I couldn't pull it myself, then something I could trade for it. Right? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
an equivalent plate. Because, that works, right? Not everybody's into plates. It's not like the best thing in cards, I think. Like, it's neat, like a relic wise, but different kind of collectability.
Yeah.
So
Enter Global. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, buddy.
I was just going to wrap it up saying, maybe just go for the single things you want rather than chase them slow.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah,
That's the best advice we could give tonight. Go ahead and bring up Interglobals and talk about it. I saw that too. So
yeah. So Interglobal Collectibles 77 says, I thought the first appearance of Black Suit Spidey was ASM 252. I thought Secret Wars 8 was the origin of Black Suit. It's been a long-standing debate between my friends and I. What's your take? So I will go ahead and chime in on this one if you guys want to also do the same. But yes, ASM 252 does have Black Suit on the cover. But in the comic world, Secret Wars 8 is considered his very first appearance because that comic came out before ASM 252. So
okay,
that's the one that everybody goes after. As far as
let me ask you this:
did
they come out in the same year?
Let me see. Hold on one second.
I'm interested in the argument because I've never heard it before. only ever considered Secret Wars 8.
Well, there's a few debates in the comic world. Hulk 181 and
Hulk
Hulk
180.
and Hulk
Yeah.
180 being another, type of situation like that, because in 180, Wolverine is shown on the very last panel of that comic.
Page. Yeah.
Yep. He comes out at the very end, and his first cover appearance is 181. So everybody says there's a big debate about which one is his first appearance. In my opinion, if you come out in a comic book, whether it's one panel, one page, or whatever, that is your first appearance in comics. That is hands down my opinion. It's the same thing that goes for this.
So can I ask you where you would place Carnage's first appearance?
Whose?
Carnage.
Carnage's first appearance. That is ASM, the one where he's on the cover with
361.
Spider-Man.
361, I think it is, right?
Right. But you've got Cletus Cassidy in 358, and then like the glimmer of the symbiote in 59 maybe, and then I think you see something else happens in 60, but it's kind of almost the same way, like pieces of Carnage.
Yeah, no, 100% agree, but I think he's in full costume for the first time, right? And
full appearance.
Yeah, so full on costume.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, full on costume.
I don't know if you can talk about this, Chris. You said you weren't into comics, so you're proving us wrong here.
Listen, that's not what I said. I said that I have a very narrow and particular taste in comics.
Oh, I'm kidding.
So same thing goes for this one here. This is the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge. Where's Uncle Scrooge here? He's not on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
He has his first actual titled comics, Uncle Scrooge #1, which there's a debate about that as well. Which one's the #1? But I mean, he came out in 178, 4 colors, well before that 361, I think it was, that he came out with his own thing. I'm looking up Secret Wars 8 real quick to see what.
Do you have any feelings about the fact that while that comic is Uncle Scrooge's first appearance, if you slab it, you'll never see that?
Correct. That's the debate in the comic community as well. There's a lot of collectors out there, OG collectors, that appreciate a raw copy of a book because they can still read it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also, once you're collecting Golden Age books that are 80, 85 years old, you kind of don't want to touch those anymore because they become brittle pages. They start falling apart, and then you're just destroying that book because you're putting your hands all over it. You're opening it. You can, when you're opening up a Golden Age book from the 40s, you have the likelihood of possibly splitting the actual cover off of the book. So you split the spine. Because when you open it, it's like brittle pages. So when you open up that page, it could detach the entire cover from that comic, and then you're left with a coverless comic. So 100%, there's two sides of the equation. Let's see here. Secret Wars 8 came out in 1984. Origin of the alien symbiote, black suit, that eventually becomes Venom. That's what's on the actual label of the grade when you go to get it slabbed. Amazing Spider-Man 252. Let's see, came out in 1984. So 2 years later.
No, they're both 84. Or you just say 84?
Did I say 84 in the other one too?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. So 84. Yep. What
month?
Yeah, for a few months, man. So I mean, that's the big debate, dude. That Interglobal is correct. ASM 252, the black suit, came on the cover first. But a lot of people in the community consider Secret Wars 8 to be the first one, and it's the more valuable one too. If you get a 9.8,
252,
so 252 and a 9.8, $1,700 it's averaging right now.
I'm not familiar with the image. Let me go check it out.
Yeah, hold on, I'll pull up the image for you.
Thanks.
Yep.
Sim's good about pulling up our images.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez, if we had West Coast Avengers here, he'd just pull up the comic.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a comic? Here it is in a 9.8.
Yeah.
Gold labeled.
So I've had this book multiple times. I just don't have it in my
Oh, that's a
collection right now.
familiar
So
image.
this is
Okay.
yeah, it's the homage cover to Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Classic cover.
Yeah.
AF-15 is the first appearance of Spider-Man. He's holding people right here. Same thing goes for AF-15. But yeah, I mean, this one's going for 1,700 in a 9.8. If I go back to Secret Wars 8, this 9.8 sells for $758. So yeah, so the 252 sells for more than this Secret Wars 8 does.
Wow.
So Interglobal has a good point. I think this one's become more popular because the movie was announced. And I think that's the whole thing there. A lot more popularity has risen around this book because Secret Wars is coming out. They're waiting for a black suit Spider-Man to appear that will eventually, become Venom type of situation. So
can you help me understand something about 10s? What is it about a 10 that makes it particularly? There must be some quality that 10s have that the very numerous number of 9.8s don't.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, there's
and is it an actual difference in quality, or is it manufactured scarcity?
Yeah. So there's a little bit of both. Like for example, here in a 9.9, 9.9s are like ghosts as well in books like this, because this is a 1984 book, and for you to have a 9.9 or higher, the rarity scale is
26 of them.
Yeah, so there's 22 of them. The one just sold recently in the last 30 days for $12,000, compared to a 9.8 where there's 5,000 of them, and the average is $750 for those. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you start getting into the 9.9 realm and a 10.0 realm of a comic, there's differences, right? So in a 9.8, you can have flaws. It says CGC puts out there that it can have some flaws and still get a 9.8. With a 10.0, there's no flaws. So there's a manufacturing defect on the top corner of this book right here, and sometimes in the bottom left-hand corner as well, where there's like a bludgeonness to it that makes it like white. Mm-hmm. On comics. Some comics don't have that manufacturer's defect, therefore making it that much easier to get a 10 or a 9.9.
So that spot on the bottom left corner is the thing that makes a 10.
Bottom left and top left of comic books have that little whitening sometimes. That
did this thing ever rest on this corner or not? And then
yeah. And it's let's put it kind of an example when you're grading cards with Marvel cards, right?
Yep.
The graders don't want to see white corners. You get a white corner, it's going to get a ding. It's not going to get a 10.
Yeah, it makes sense. You look at a card, and if you say, "What is that?" then it's not a 10.
Yeah. Well, and I've seen slabbed cards that shouldn't be 10s, and it's just sometimes, like Sin said, it's just the grader sometimes that you get or the day that you get. It's just kind of sometimes a crapshoot for sure.
Yeah. Bringing up the grading, man. We didn't talk about it last week, and I wanted to bring it up this week, just for a minute. I know that we're biting for time here.
Okay.
But CGC just came out with more fees for grading comics.
Sure.
It's a money grab. In my opinion, they just eliminated one of their tiers. The tier that they eliminated now for higher valued comics, it's a minimum of $150 or 4% of the total F&V value of the comic is what you're going to be charged now for grading a book of that value.
You have to pay a percentage of its value to grade it?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I know.
Raw,
Tell me
baby. Give them to me raw.
Yeah, so like for example, I don't like talking about prices, but I got to put it to perspective. So this book right here in an 8.0, there's only 13 graded, right? A 5.5 on eBay is asking $3,000. Now I know that you're asking that price, it might not be worth that price, but I'm going to peg this book raw at $2,000. Okay? That would mean that now CGC wants 4% of that value or minimum 150. So if 4% is not $150, they're going to ask me to send them $150 to get this book graded right out of the get-go.
No, thank you, sir.
Crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of people are going to play the game that they've been playing with PSA. When you send your cards into PSA, your declared value is the bare minimum. And you hope to skate by and not have to pay that pump and price that they ding you on your invoice when the cards are done and graded, right?
This is how I feel about grades.
Nice, man. That's nasty. What is that, 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a PSA 6, right?
Right. It doesn't look like no 6 to me.
No,
I want to see what CGC thinks.
Yeah. I actually I'm glad you brought that up. I have a 2015 Ghost Rider, and the corner, very bottom left corner has a little peel to it. Just a little bit. I was dinged down to a PSA 5 for it. A PSA 5, and the whole card looks immaculate. So I'm definitely going to regrade that too.
Yeah.
Grading is so subjective. You know what I mean? We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
The grader has a bad morning, gets in a fight with his girlfriend, has to go to work or hates his job. You know what I mean? And then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to get these guys. I'm giving you all 9s." Or I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm not giving anybody 10s today because I don't feel like giving anybody 10s today.
I've seen 75 of these and I've given 3 of them 10s. Bosses are going to wonder if I give them more.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of the bell curve on this card.
Yeah. Well, and I have my own beefs about grading as well. I mean, I can't, when I'm looking for rarity in a comic or a Marvel card or a sports card or anything, a collectible, and I know that people are cracking slabs to resubmit and cracking slabs to resubmit, that census count now starts to spike. Not in numbers and large numbers, but it does affect, if you got a 1 of 1 and, or 10, you know what I mean?
3 in the pop report.
Yeah. 3 in the pop report or whatever. It's like, what the hell, man?
So a question about that. I had seen someone say that they were going to crack their slabs and submit their stickers back to PSA to remove it from the pop count. Is there an easy way to do that? Or do I have to actually mail that thing in? Can I just snap a picture, send them and say, "Hey, remove it"?
Yeah. So good question with comics. If you crack a slab yourself and include the actual label that it used to be in there, they won't increase the pop count on that because they know that they're getting a comic that was already graded.
Okay.
Right. So people in the comic community send in their labels with their raw comic that they cracked out to keep the pop count where it needs to be. But not everybody does that. Even in the comic world, not a lot of people do that, but people do that. I've never heard of it happening with PSA or any other card grading company. But that's interesting. Chat have anything else? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say on the subject of rarity, let me get some light on here. One of my favorite cards. So these sample CGC cards, right, from New York Comic Con.
Yep.
That have the New York Comic Con notation on the back.
Yeah.
Right. Those are rare. And I think they did 200 total of these for everything. And I think they were all submissions from Fausto himself. But he told me this was the only Doctor Strange out of all of them were slabbed.
Nice.
And I got to give a huge shout out to Destin Givens because he knows I'm a big Strange fan, and he gave it to me at trade night just as a gift.
Oh, that's sweet,
You know,
man.
a one of a kind card, like for rarity.
Jeez.
Like, so thank you, Destin. Awesome card. Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
collection.
Yeah, I'm still jelly jail on some of the people that have those that are Wolverines, and I'm just like, I never got one. No, that's all good.
All right, man. Well, that's all I got for tonight, man. Josh, you have anything else? Maybe we'd like to ask chat if chat
You
has
know-
anything else.
You know, I mean, I just wanted to just say thanks and appreciate everybody being in the chat. And thank you to our guest tonight, Bad Wizard. I'm sure we'll have him on again.
I'd be happy to come back, guys.
And
Yeah, man.
he does have some stuff he can't show right now that we're just gonna have to just keep nip tight because the set hasn't come out, but he's got some cool stuff to show later on. So we'll have him back and show those. So until then, please, if you watch our channel, if you want to be on sometime, just reach out to me or Sin, and we'll get you on the schedule. You know, that's kind of where it's at. Is we want to reach out to all the collectors here and those who are new to the community, and welcome you with open arms. And let's see your good collection, and just the collection that you've started, or the collection that is just maybe huge and massive that we'd love to see, and you haven't shown anybody.
Yeah. Also, guys, before we take off, make sure you guys are following Bad Wizard. Where can they find you?
Bad Wizard _Marvel _collection on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't do anything with it yet. So if it's in my collection, it's on Instagram.
Well,
not necessarily true. Much of my collection is on Instagram, but there's some stuff that you won't see for a while and may never see at all.
Nice.
And definitely I had to put your little logo at the top right during our little show here, because he just I don't know how it happened, but like I reached out to him like just a couple days ago, and I was just like, hey, so do you have like maybe a logo that you're working on, or do you want me to refer to what your picture was on Instagram and all that stuff? And he's like, oh, I'm working on it. And like probably a couple hours later, he gave me and said, hey, this is it. And it was just sweet. So pretty awesome.
Very happy with the way that turned out.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a couple shout outs.
Yeah.
First, Andy Goldisich for being my first trading partner and really helping me like spark the fire to get back into cards. Craig Jared French for being an awesome friend, a very strange friend, a very true friend. Who else? Brian Misk. Mr. Misk, you've been a great friend. You are producing some awesome music, and I can't wait to hear more. Matt DiTullio for helping set up the Simone Bianchi experiences, which is awesome. I look forward to so much more in this community. So happy to have met you all and be here.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, we loved having you. Everybody watching, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always.
That's right.
Episode
Smash that
24.
like button, guys, and you guys have a great evening.
Yep.
The universe conspire in your favor. Thank you, friends.
That's right. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.